Hi, I'm with Raise a Glass. In the next series of videos, I'm going to be discussing Italian wine regions, and tasting Italian wines from a variety of regions within Italy. Italy grows 30% of the world's wine grape varieties. Italy grows more native wine grape varieties than France, Spain, and Greece combined. Italy lists 610 wine grape varieties in its official Italian wine grape variety registry. The most planted red wine grape in Italy is Sangiovese, and it's native to Italy. The most planted white wine grape is Pinot Grigio, however, it's native to France. The most planted native white wine grape in Italy is Trebbiano. You can think of Italy as one large wine region, as grapes are grown and wine is produced throughout the Italian peninsula. The geology of Italy is very simple: hills and mountains. 35% of Italy is mountains, while 40% of Italy is hills sloping into mountains. In the north, going east to west, you have the Alps. Down the central spine of Italy, going north to south, you have the Apennines. There is very little flat land in Italy. The climate of Italy is a temperate climate moderated by the Mediterranean, but it also varies. In the north, it's cooler like central France, while in the south, it's hotter like southern Spain. The soils of Italy also vary. You have sand, limestone, granite, clay, and volcanic soils. Let me take a brief break from talking and taste the wine I selected for this video. A lot of oak and raspberry on the nose. A lot of cherry on the palate. Very typical for this type of wine. This is probably the most popular and most well-known Italian wine. This is Chianti. Chianti is produced in the Chianti region of west central Italy and is usually a blend, but the main grape used in Chianti is Sangiovese. In this particular blend, it is 80% Sangiovese and 20% Merlot and Cabernet Sauvignon, a very typical Chianti blend. I'm often asked how to tell the quality of the wine produced in Europe, as the labels are written in the producing country's language. And in addition, wine quality designations vary by country. I've created a table for Italian wines to show the wine quality designations by level of quality. I'll go through that table with you, and I will go through a label also so you can understand where to find those quality designations on the label. I've broken the table into two tables. I'll leave a link in the description below so that you can download these tables for future reference. The first table you see on your screen indicates the legal quality designations to be used by all Italian wine producers. The quality designations go from the lowest quality at the bottom row of the table to the top quality at the top row of the table. Starting at the bottom row, we have VDT, or Vin di Tavola, Table 1. Wines produced at this level of quality have no geographic indication as to where the grapes were sourced. The next level, IGT or IGP, is protected geographical indication. All wines produced at this level must be produced using grapes from the indicated region on the label. However, there are some Super Tuscans, a Bordeaux-like blend produced in Italy, that use this quality designation to avoid the restrictions in the next levels of quality, DOC and DOCG. The next level, DOC, is a controlled origin or registered designation of origin. There are 329 DOCs in Italy. At this quality designation, there are rules for the permitted grape varieties, maximum harvest yields, and aging requirements. The next level, DOCG, the highest level of quality, is designation of controlled origin or guaranteed. They follow the same rules as all wines at DOC level, but there are stricter production regulations, and these wines must pass a wine quality tasting panel before they can have this quality designation. The next table, which you now see on your screen, is a series of classifications used by Italian wine producers to tell us a little bit more about the wine that they have produced. The first one is Classico. If this is indicated on the label, it means that the wine was produced in the historic center of this wine producing region. Superiore means that the wine has at least 0.5% higher alcohol content than regular wine from a particular region. And the very last classification, Reserva, means that the wine has been aged for at least 2 years. These additional wine classifications have nothing to do with quality, but can also be used in combination just to tell us a little bit more about that wine that is produced. On the front label at the very top in bold red letters, we see the producer's name, Ruffino. Then there's a graphic, and just below that you see Reserva Ducali. And below that you see the words Chianti Classico. So now you have the region and the type of wine, and that is a Classico, or from the historic center of the Chianti region. Just below that in red is the longhand version of the quality designation, and below that you see the word Reserva, so it's been aged for 2 years, and then the vintage 2018. There's a label that rings the neck of the bottle, and on that label you see the quality designation abbreviation DOCG, so you can easily determine the quality of this wine. The back label contains a lot of the information repeated from the front label. However, importantly, at the very bottom of the label is the size of the bottle, 750 milliliters, and the alcohol content, 14%. I hope you've enjoyed this introductory video to Italian wine. In the next video, we'll be discussing the 4 wine regions of northwestern Italy, as well as tasting wines from that area. I'm looking forward to tasting those wines, and I hope you'll join me. And as always, raise a glass and have a drink.